Third fight of the evening here tonight at FIGHTSTAR Championship 7. Seems James Rayworth, the blue corner in the black and green shorts, taking on Chris Lawton, the red corner in the black and orange shorts. This amateur rules at featherweight. Both fighters really trying to feel out the range at this point. Lawton snapping out some kicks. Rayworth, for his part, Dave, looks very aggressive, very nicely put together in terms of his combinations. Trying to find a home for those kicks.
Yeah, I like the way...
Oh, lands a big overhand right.
Yeah, I was just about to say before he landed that overhand right, he's gone downstairs to the body a couple of times as well, Rayworth. Looks very mobile there, and he's not letting the long distance kicks bother him. He's getting on the inside in positions to land shots. Goes upstairs that time, ends up on his back. Gives up his back. This could be trouble, Ben.
Lawton dives on that submission.
Yeah, only has one hook in. Wow, I thought that could be it then. Good work from Rayworth to avoid that. In real danger there. Just seemed to pause and panic for those few seconds, Ben, and that was enough for Lawton to jump on his back. But as we always say in jiu-jitsu, position before submission, he only had that one.
There's that overhand right again. That is money for James Rayworth. Firing in some big knees in the clinch. He's landed that overhand right a couple of times, and you can tell by the posture of Lawton, Dave, he's thinking about that shot. He's got to be careful of keeping that left hand low, though. I mean, that's what creates that opening.
Yeah, you're right. And his chin is quite high in the air, and he's backing up straight. And you're always liable for those shots.
Oh, and there's a nice knee. Some good uppercuts.
Nice little right hand around the corner.
Oh, that was another big shot.
Rayworth pouring it on here to the body.
What toughness from Lawton, but Rayworth really starting to hit another gear here.
Danger here. Wow. Brutal knees, and that's good work from Lawton, Ben, just taking that hand to the ground. Why stand there getting kneed repeatedly? Just get those points on the ground and making it a legal strike. Clever work, but 3 or 4 knees too late, I think, for my money anyway. Yeah, so he's got to be so careful getting up now. It's a game of cat and mouse.
Oh, and there's that right hand again.
It's the problem. If he's low, he's getting multiple knees to the face. If he's high, he's getting an overhand right. Nearly catches his gum shield there. Calls time. The round's not over. I believe that's just 10 seconds. Steam Weir calls him on.
What an all-action first round. And the story of that, the striking dominance from James Rayworth, who seemed to have the advantage everywhere. Lawton had that brief flash where he was able to get the fight to the ground and he attacked with that submission, but once Rayworth got back to the feet, it was business as usual. The overhand right was the shot that seemed to kind of start it all off, but then it was punches and bunches and knees specifically from the clinch, Dave. Yeah, I mean, the knees, it looked like a drill, Ben. It looked like a bag drill. He was throwing so many in there. It's the type of thing you see in the gym, and, you know, you almost say that, well, it never happened in a fight, 2 guys moving around like that, but Rayworth was able to get off 4, 5, 6 knees in a row. Hugely impressive. As you mentioned, the one place where we saw him panic and freeze a little was on the ground. So Chris Lawton's team
surely they're going to be telling him to get it to the ground, I would imagine, because at the moment, for my money, he looks outmatched on the feet. Rayworth really pouring it on towards the end. Looks a real danger.
And you've got to think as well, you'd hope, Dave, that Lawton's corner, the first thing they'd be telling him would be to tuck that chin and get that left hand up.
Yeah, he's reaching out with the left hand, which is, you know, kind of a habit for distance, which is okay if you're James Toney or Floyd Mayweather, but if you're getting clipped with the overhand right too often, then, you know, you're best off probably going back to more of an orthodox setup.
There's the right again.
That was solid.
There's some more big kicks, and that's his man. Rayworth pouring it on here. What a tough guy is Chris Lawton, Dave.
Yeah. Scrambles back to that half guard. Great work from Lawton to survive that onslaught, but again it was a flush right hand, right on the money. Just going to take this opportunity, I think, in his half guard just to get his wits about him and rest a bit, I think. Although he's going underneath, he's got the underhook. Might look for a sweep here.
Big shot from Rayworth there.
Yeah, Rayworth is a stocky, powerful individual. Even his ground and pound bend's got a lot of heat on it.
And this is really going to discourage Lawton in a lot of respects, because he felt he had the edge on the ground, especially in that first round, but now he's in a tough spot, and he's working hard to try and either sweep or get to a marginally better position to either tie up or stand back up. But Rayworth having none of it, and he's peppering him with shots, and that's needed the body there.
Yeah, he's holding on to that far overhook. He needs to pummel that in, get an underhook, and then he can start working.
Nice shot. Rayworth hammering in the body.
Great busy ground and pound here from Rayworth. Might go for a leg lock here. Of course, can't go for a heel hook with the leg reap like that. It's just where you would want to go. Needs to pick that left hand up. It's by his waistband. This is extremely dangerous territory.
Because that is the money shot, and it has been the money shot all night from Rayworth. Nice knee once again.
Wow.
Lawton really
pouring the knees on. Unbelievable.
What hard to catch that many knees and come through and land that takedown. He looked like he was in real danger. Referee Dean Weir was close in.
He looks in danger from this choke.
Great sweep.
Trying to finish that guillotine one-handed in mount. I think he might get that. He's in half guard, but
Stretched
still
up.
Tremendous pressure on the neck. It's more of a crank than a choke, I'd imagine.
Shades of Luke Rockhold, Michael Bisping won, Dave.
10 seconds goes. This is massive round for James Rayworth. Wow. Rayworth absolutely pouring on the offense. Again, landing multiple knees. The big right hand early doors bend, which set up the whole round for him, really. Followed his man down. Let's be honest, you mentioned it in the round, Chris Lawton, incredibly tough individual, did well to see the end of that round and did well to scramble back to some sort of guard and not get stopped, really. But he's looking at a massive deficit on the scorecards, I'm sure. He's going to need the stoppage, Ben. It doesn't look like it's going to come on the feet. I think he's going to have to maybe shoot in and try and put Rayworth on his back, but it's easier said than done. He's a mobile individual. But yeah, credit.
Not just a mobile individual, David. A mobile individual not shy of throwing knees as well.
Yeah, exactly, which is, you know, the perfect thing to put off his man from shooting from the outside. But we did see Lawton get that double leg. It was, you know, it was a nice technique and got the takedown.
He really had to go through fire to get it.
He really did, yeah.
Third and final round here. James Rayworth, blue corner, black and green shorts. Chris Lawton, red corner, black and orange shorts. Amateur rules, featherweight division. Every time I see Rayworth throw out that throughout that first shot, you get the feeling, the first jab, you get the feeling it's a setup for that big overhand.
Yeah. But Lawton, I mean, the left hand's down again now. As you see there, there's no guard there.
Nice shot from Lawton through the middle.
Lazy jab, doesn't bring that left hand back to his chin. He's going to watch this back on video, and he's going to realise, Ben, and he's probably going to be kicking himself at home, because a lot of these he doesn't need to be taken. So we see again, as you mentioned in the first round, this left hand just pouring out there.
There it is again, and that's the danger shot. Oh, nice head kick.
That right hand's hit him.
It's hurt him up. And throws to the body. A bit of a confusing spot there.
Yeah, I think that right hand, that last one, clipped him just behind the ear. Really hurt him. Lawton might look for a leg lock again here.
As I say, limited by these amateur rules as to what he can actually go for. Obviously, it's just straight leg locks, so nothing twisting. Rayworth once again throwing a few kicks in.
Well, we know what's coming, don't we? The overhand right's coming at some point.
It's almost like we're both just waiting for Rayworth to pull the trigger on it. Oh,
brutal head kick.
Flush.
Referee's taking a close look here.
That's
a lot of heart. Wow. What a performance from James Rayworth. Wow.
Unbelievable, Dave. All night we were waiting for the overhand right, and it's a head kick that finishes his man. A furious salvo to finish it. What a finish here at FIGHTSTAR Championship 7 by James Rayworth.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, at a time of 1 minute, 53 seconds of the third round, our referee stops the contest. Your winner